Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really powerful technique for clearing your mind, and it all comes from the book Zero Second Thinking by Yuji Akaba. So let's just get right into it. Have you ever had that feeling where your thoughts are just spinning, like they're stuck in a loop and you're not making any real progress? You spend hours worrying or trying to figure something out, and you just end up feeling even more stuck than when you started. Well, the book has a great name for this. It calls it the stuck thinking trap. And it's that exact feeling when you're putting in all this time and mental energy, but your thoughts just stay shallow and disorganized, and you never really land on a solid conclusion. I mean, think about it. We have ideas, little worries, and these flashes of insight popping into our heads all day long. But the book points out that these thoughts are incredibly fragile. If we don't grab them the second they appear, poof, they're gone. And what's left behind is that familiar feeling of mental clutter and, that low-grade anxiety. Now, here's what's so interesting. Our usual strategies for dealing with all this mental fog, they often make things a whole lot worse. We think, oh, I just need to think harder about this, but that's not really the case. The book actually highlights two big traps we all fall into. The first one is what it calls deep pondering. That's when you sit there and just try to think things through in your head. The problem is, this usually just leads to your thoughts looping back on themselves over and over again. The other trap, talking endlessly. Just venting to your friends or colleagues. And yeah, it might feel good to get it out, but it's usually pretty unstructured, super emotional, and it rarely leads to a clear solution. So here's the crucial point. This isn't about you not being smart enough or some kind of personal failure. The author argues that most of us, well, we were never actually taught how to think effectively. It's a skill, just like anything else, and it's a skill that you have to train. Okay, so what's the solution? It is a shockingly simple method the author calls the 1-minute memo. And honestly, this is the core technique of the entire book. It's designed specifically to break you out of those frustrating, endless thought loops. The whole goal here is just to get your thoughts out of your head and onto paper as fast as you possibly can. See, the act of just getting it out, it bypasses all those mental filters and the anxiety that usually keeps us trapped. And the method itself, it honestly could not be simpler. You just grab a piece of A4 paper, turn it sideways, and give your thought a quick title and the date. Then you just write 4 to 6 lines about that one specific topic. But here's the real secret sauce. You have to do the whole thing in under 1 minute. That time pressure is absolutely key to bypassing your inner critic. Here's an example right from the book. The title is How to Write a Memo, and you can see how clear and focused it is. This is not about writing perfect sentences or some deep analysis. It is literally just about capturing the core ideas as quickly as you can, without stopping to overthink or edit yourself. So, the book recommends a really simple daily practice. Write 10 of these memos every single day. And since each one takes just a minute, you're looking at a total commitment of only 10 minutes. That's it. This tiny habit is designed to fundamentally retrain your brain for clarity and for speed. All right, let's talk about the payoff, because this is where it gets really good. Committing to this 10-minute daily practice, it leads to some pretty profound results that go way beyond just being a little more organized. The author argues that this daily habit creates 4 incredible changes. First, your head clears up, like almost instantly. Then, as you keep solving these little problems on paper, your confidence just naturally grows. You also start to feel way less anxious because your worries aren't rattling around in your head anymore, they're on the page. And the cumulative effect of all of this? Your personal and professional growth just skyrockets. So, where does all this practice actually lead? What's the end game here? It's a state the author calls zero-second thinking. This right here, this is the ultimate goal. It's the ability to think with incredible speed and precision. Just imagine being able to face any situation at all, and without hesitation or that mental fog, you instantly grasp what's going on, see the core problem, come up with solutions, and decide on the best path forward. That is zero-second thinking. So you see, this simple 1-minute practice isn't just about managing your thoughts a little bit better. It's a full-on training method for your mind, and it's designed to unlock its true potential for speed, for clarity, and for decisive action. The only question left is, what's the first memo you're going to write?